Hey, man. Flip back just a little bit. There we go. Hey, sorry, man. So we got our militia rifle. Our militia, we've been calling it the volume of fire rifle, but I'm changing it to base of fire rifle now. But we've got the most important part, the integral part. We've got the binary trigger. It's a Fostech Echo AR2. We want to thank our Patreon patron Matt for sending this to us. You know, sometimes some of you guys get a little mad about the Patreon stuff. But this is why it is. These guys invest heavily in our channels and help us do what we do. I couldn't do this. I would never have been able to afford this trigger. It would have taken me 6 months to save up the money to buy this trigger. The money I had actually saved up some money to do it, and the van broke, and we had to go spend $900 on our van. So we really appreciate those Patreon guys, and Matt especially this time around. I will say this: there's almost never any exclusive content on our Patreon. It's all stuff focused to those guys and what they do. So we're not withholding anything from you guys. If you don't want to be on the Patreon, that is perfectly okay. I understand it. But the next step here, another Patreon guy is sending us an upper for this project. And it's not the exact upper we want, but it's going to get us started with a test bed. The concept, if you don't remember talking about it before, is that you know, the militia has to be an effective infantry force. That's all it is. And for that, they need a base of fire. When I first started, I was thinking volume of fire, something to replace the SAW, the squad automatic weapon. And I thought a heavy-barreled AR with a binary trigger in there and some 60-round mags would fit the bill perfectly. The more I started looking into it, and I started looking at barrel length to absorb heat and keep you know, follow-up shots more accurate and everything. And it looks like a 22 or 24-inch barrel doesn't rob any velocity, so we're going to go, you know, with a big heavy barrel when we get this thing where we want it. I want an adjustable gas block on there so we can have a, you know, we can easily switch it over to do firing with I haven't looked into the gas blocks yet. I don't know what's available for these. But you know, so we can have it, you know, gassed a little heavier to operate when it's fouled. But it occurred to me when I was doing all this with a heavy barreled AR-15 with a 22, 24-inch barrel, well, it's a DMR along with everything else. So now I'm calling it a base of fire weapon. So it can do that volume of fire, but it could also be a DMR. It just sounds like it's going to be, I'm excited about it. It's going to be a useful, I envision it as being a useful rifle for those of us who are interested in the militia concept. It completely does an end run around the NFA, the National Firearms Act, which tried to take infantry-style weapons out of our hands, which George Washington told us was our birthright. Or no, someone else said it was used the word birthright, but George Washington thought we needed infantry-style weapons to resist tyranny, even our own government. He said it. All right, if you don't like George Washington, that's fine, but don't get mad at me. So there you go. The base of fire rifle is taking a huge step forward. I've got to get smart. I've never replaced a trigger on an AR before, so I've got to get smart on how to drop this Fostech in there. I'm going to drop it in my lower for now. Eventually, I'm going to get a dedicated lower for this thing. And once we get done with this base of fire rifle, I got some plans about dropping this in a 9mm AR, if it can be done. It's got to use the M16 bolt, so I got to see if, anyway. I think it would be really neat if you could drop this in a 9mm AR, and suddenly you've done a complete end run around the NFA, because, you know, binary trigger, you've seen the binary triggers work on YouTube before. It's basically full auto fire, just a little slower and a little more accurate. So I'm excited about this project, Matt. We thank you. Look forward, man. We're going to do a video in the not too distant future of me trying to swap this trigger out. We won't we won't edit it at all. I will show you the whole process. We might have to show stages, but I'll show you the fails and the triumphs. So there you go. The base of fire militia weapon has taken a huge step forward. We've got this binary trigger, which I'm really excited about. We might do a deeper dive on this trigger at some point if I feel like I'm qualified. We appreciate you, man. Thank you.